On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the New York Jets. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This will be taken very short.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mike, please! Mike. Check pass. Check 31, check 31. 368!
This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here, up to the 34. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9.
And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line. It's the tight end, it's your wide receivers, everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that if they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed. Always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Mike 53. 2 by 2. Move.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. He's going to rifle one deep left. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Cincinnati. 42 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Mixon hit, and all the ball is out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
This one caught by Crowder. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
From the 22, Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. The Jets were 26th in rushing in the NFL last year. That's a big reason they went and signed Bell back on March 13th. And plays like that give them optimism that they can move up the pecking order in the NFL rushing ranks.
Keep going, no, keep going.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, let's go. I got you, baby. I got you.
Out of the pistol, it's Bell. And he is going to be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 39. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. A shotgun snap for Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot in the end zone early in the down and distance count. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 20-yard line. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive. Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering. Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Darnold from the red zone now. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Darnold. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 yards there, first down. Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches. And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating, and they should have other things open up as well.
Check, 59. Ready? 25, check 25, check 25. Here we go.
Now Bell. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch them?
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 12 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This will be taken short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Ja'Kai Polite in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Dalton off play action. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. He's checking. He's checking. He's checking. Crash. Crash. 80 weapon. 57.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. To the left side here for Eifert. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. You know, the best game of quarterback Andy Dalton's career arguably came against these Jets. He threw 5 touchdown passes and a 49-9 shellacking of Gang Green back in 2013. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's Dalton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards for an offense that has not found the end zone yet. That's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Now Joe Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 20 on the year as they are now on the board here in the first half. Bullet good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here goes set. 45. Red 80.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold is going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Bell. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Check 45. Move it. Double dog. That's the way. 45.
On second down now, it's Bell, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Bengals with 2 extra DBs, a nickel look on third.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
Go. Check my 45. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Ready? 45. Mike, 45. Let's go, defense.
Darnold from the gun. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at the 20. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Hey, tighten down. 93, 52, 93.
Dalton sets up play action. It's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 14-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carl Lawson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Back to throw, Darnold. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Geno Atkins, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross with his second touchdown here in this first half. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bullock good on the extra point. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Hey, Charlie. 45, 45. Here we go.
A first down throw, Darnold. Anunwa's got it, complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Watch the run, watch the run.
On first down, Darnold. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Bell. No gain, and it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. To throw again on second down, Darnold. This is hauled in by Deontay Burnett. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line. Darnold now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down.
Alpha. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike.
Throwing again is Darnold. Open man left side. That's the tight end, Herndon. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Darnold going to lead the offense up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it. Couldn't get it. And it's second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 20-yard line.
After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. Again, Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
That's what I'm talking about. Sex all day, baby. Go ahead and take a seat. You can't stop me.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. And he's got a new one. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 39. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
On the right side, he finds Burnett. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
If you're a wide receiver and they call a screen pass, you're counting on some people being out in front of you blocking. But that play was well diagnosed by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. And they got there and swarmed and finished off the play.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Throwing on second down. Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Williams. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. He couldn't hook up with a Nunwa that time. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it. And sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw here, Dalton. And Green with a catch left side. 12 yards there and a first down. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Quinnen Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Mike, hey, exit. 53, Mike. Get your swerve on. 53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike. I got it.
Now Dalton. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Now Mixon. In on the stop, the Pro Bowl strong safety, Jamal Adams.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
There we go.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. Over the middle, and it's caught by Ross. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 23.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Well, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. On third, here's an option play right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Jeff Driscoll, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 29, Darnold. He'll have a first down past the 40. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Darnold now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
Hey, high 7. 45. Mike, 45. Check the out, check the out, check the out. 45 is the Mike. Yo.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Throw left side complete to Burnett. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Deontay Burnett, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that will shave one more off this lead.
Jets 17.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Night, sweetheart.
Big L 368.
On first down, Mixon. A gain of 3, second down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
From the 45 on second down, Dalton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Cut.
Despite only needing 1, Dalton to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 30. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
57.
On first and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Dalton on the draw to Mixon.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Mike, what we got?
Ice.
Third and 2 for Dalton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. He's got the first down inside the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
They'll run here with Bernard. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Giovanni Bernard. His third touchdown now on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Rush in. Rush in.
Bell. And an alley to run. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
On second and very short, Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to third and inches. Darnold. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's fourth down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Running for it, Montgomery. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Ty Montgomery unable to get to the marker. And the Bengals will get the football back. A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up first and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Hands up. Lead.
Check 53.
Regular.
Check.
Here you go. Cam.
Throwing on second and long. Dalton throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the third time he's been off target this entire game.
And, Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ja'Kai Polite, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Kevin Huber now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
On second and 10, Darnold. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his third and 1. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down.
Come on now, let's go.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Haywood.
Darnold on first down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Darnold completes it and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for second and 23. Now it's Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Sean Williams. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Brings up second and 11 at the 23-yard line.
Everyone got four down.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Play fake. Here's Dalton. Going deep downfield for Ross. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. Now it's Crowder. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
Watch the run. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Jets.
You're outside. 45 to Mike. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Hey, wahoo! Mike, 45.
Guys, it's game situation.
One last throw now for Darnold. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and now it's second down.
It leads to second and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Watch 82. Watch 82. He likes to... 80. Watch 82. Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Hey, check Mike.
Hey, Echo. can't believe they let you play. I can't.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Bengals, they'll hit double digits with their 10th win of the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Jets,